and welcome back to my channel. My name is Helmi and my channel is all about my knitting and sewing projects, crochet sometimes as well. I'm here to share my inspirations and my projects and yeah, everything there is to talk about knitting and sewing related stuff basically. In today's video I thought I'd come and share my kind of plans and goals for 2026. I know it's already March when this comes out, but here I am. I have made the list or the main points, so let's hop right into them. I know this is really annoying to you, but I have some really big plans and things coming up that I don't want to share just yet. They are something that will take a lot of my creative time, my sewing time, my knitting time. I am filming those things, so don't worry. You will see them when the time is right. Despite those big things coming up, I have made a Make 9 for both knitting and sewing, but I won't be sharing them now because that would give away the big things, because there are many projects that are related to that. But yeah, I will be sharing my Make 9 at the end of the year, because I have been thinking that of course I will make a sort of roundup of the year and then I can share my Make 9s and we can have a look together if I actually made the projects, because I think making sort of a Make 9 or some sort of list at the beginning of the year is really interesting, because like ideas and plans and inspiration just change a lot during the year. Last year I did make maybe somewhere around half of my projects from my sewing Make 9, and for knitting I actually haven't done it in a few years, but now I'm back to it. I have set some general goals and guidelines for this year that I would like to share with you and talk about them a bit more in detail. So the first kind of big goal and guideline, I think first and foremost, is to use up my stash for both knitting and sewing, because for the past years I have collected quite many beautiful fabrics. You will see the side of my fabric stash here, and then I have another place for my yarn, and there is quite a lot. I have exact information about the size of my yarn stash, so that's something that I've been doing for I think maybe 4 years now, that I have this really detailed Excel where I keep all of the stats of my yarn. So if that's something you would be interested to see in more details, I can make a separate video, or in general if you want to see my yarn and fabric stashes, that's something that I can show you. So I'm painfully I can say painfully aware of how much yarn I use. But the big problem is that I can see from my Excel that most of the yarn that I have are leftovers from other projects, so there is maybe one or two balls or even less left of the yarn. So yeah, I really need to think of some scrap yarn projects. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, they are more than welcome. But yeah, that's something that I really need to work on. But of course I have a few projects in mind and I already have the yarn for them. So I will definitely start with those projects. And of course at some point of the year I will be buying yarn, but I really want to be more mindful about that. And the same goes for fabric, because I have loads of it, because I really love thrifting and finding unique fabrics or bed sheets or curtains or whatever at the thrift store. So yeah, I have quite a few great finds waiting here just to be used. So that is the goal, to really try and use them up as much as I can this year. But it's kind of difficult because like thrifting is kind of another hobby of mine, and when I find something at the thrift store, I know that it's most probably unique, that I won't find that type of fabric ever again. Maybe I might, like some fabrics are so general, but sometimes there are just these fabric gems that I know that I won't be able to find ever again. So it's really difficult to try to be mindful, but also letting myself buy those one-of-a-kind finds. I have projects in mind for, I would say, maybe 80% of the fabric that I have. So that's something that I'm really happy about, because like very often when I see a fabric, an idea comes to my head what I want to make from it. So that's good that I know what I want to make with them, but now I just really need to start making them more or faster than I am able to buy fabric. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult. I still have given myself the permission to buy something if I really love something that I come across, then I can buy it, and if it's a really good deal, because that's the thing with the thrift stores, you can find really good deals there. I am committed, at least trying my best, and hopefully succeeding. And now that I've said it out loud, I am even more committed. And another thing that I really want to try to do is not to create a really long list of projects to make, or at least not stress about it. Like if I feel like I can make a long list, but I really don't want to create any more stress for myself, because I think I have enough of it already, and it's something that I've been struggling with in the past. So I'm someone who stresses quite easily, I'd say quite easily, about things that I like. That's why I don't want to have a really long and fixed list of projects. And also because I have those few really big projects that I'm working on and I need to focus on them, I don't want any other distractions in a way. But yeah, nevertheless, I thought I'd still share some specific projects that I would like to get to this year, but it's really strong emphasis on that I would like to. So I most probably won't be making all of them. Like I would say I would be happy if I'm able to make even half of these things this year, but I like to kind of have multiple projects that I can choose from when I have the feeling and the inspiration to make something, and the time, of course. I still want to give myself the possibility to go with the feeling that if I really feel like doing a specific project, I can do that. So these ideas are from my Make 9 lists. So these are the things that I am able to share at this point. Let's start with my knitting projects. Firstly, I have been wanting to make a knitted dress for a very long time. But the problem with dresses is that they get quite big and heavy quite quickly, so they are not that easy to carry around. I actually already have finished one dress this year, but it's a dress that I started in either August or September of 2025. So it took me 1.5 years to make that dress. So yeah, technically I have finished one dress this year, and I will most probably take a knitted dress off of my Make 9 with that project. So I made the Lumi dress from Anjuknits, and yeah, that was my kind of my thesis dress, I like to call it. But yeah, I will go into detail with that project in some other video. But I still would really like to make the Lagoon dress by Ullen Knitwear. I think it's such a cute one. I have no idea in which color I would like to make it or which yarn. So it's something that if I'm making it, it has to be later in the year, once I've first finished the project with the yarn that I already have. I think the Lagoon dress is such a cute one and such a good layering piece as well. Since it doesn't have any sleeves, I could wear like a turtleneck underneath, or even like a button-up, or like many types of shirts underneath there, and layer it even with a knitted cardigan for the colder weather. That's something that I really like, or would like to make. Then onto the projects that I already have the yarn for. So the first project that I actually have started already is a white knitted vest or slipover, because that's something that's missing from my wardrobe. And I bought Sandnesgarn double Sunday for the project, and yeah, I'm currently working on it because I really want to have a white vest for the spring. So I'm using the Adelita vest by Sari Nordlund, and that's kind of my go-to vest pattern, and I really love it. I'm thinking of making another in the future, maybe not this year, but I have my eyes on the Moss Slipover by Ullen Knitwear, as well as the Ewelina vest by Vert and Rose. So those two are kind of the slipover patterns that I have in my mind, because those would be kind of different from the Adelita vest that I'm making at the moment, because I think there could be room in my closet or my wardrobe for another white slipover. So yeah, that's something that I'm thinking of, but I will first finish the Adelita and then some other projects that I have the yarn for, and then come back to this idea. The next project I really would like to get to this year is some sort of a cable sweater. So I already have this Knitting for Olives heavy merino in the colorway ice blue. So I bought this, I think it was last August or September, when Knitting for Olive was raising money for to help the people in Gaza. So I bought this yarn back then, thinking of making the Laulu pullover by Sari Nordlund. So I think it would look really cute in this really light blue, and I actually don't have a blue sweater, so that's something that I really want to make this year. But I also have some other cabled sweaters in my mind, so I might change my mind about making the Laulu one, but yeah, we shall see. So the other cabled sweaters or cardigans that I have been thinking of are, so firstly the Book Club cardigan also by Sari Nordlund. So I think it's a really cute and cozy one. I don't know if it would work in a light blue. I really would like a beige or a brown version, so that's maybe a project that I then have to buy the yarn for, meaning that I'm not able to make it just yet. It's a pattern that I really like. And then also the Auguste sweater and or cardigan by Kolibri by Johanna is something that I really want to make at some point. I think the sweater would look cute in this light blue, so that's something that I could make with this yarn. So we shall see how I feel when I'm starting the project, that what pattern I then end up using. But I really like the kind of the very simple but all around cabled look of the patterns. So yeah, those are ones that I really would like to make someday. And then also the twist loop sweater by Other Loops is a pattern that I really love. I know it has been popular in the past few years, but I truly understand why. I think it's such a beautiful and also kind of a classical, timeless sweater. So yeah, that's something that I would like to make. But again, I think I would love to have it in white. So it kind of has to go down on my project to make list because yeah, should use up this yarn and some other yarns first. And then lastly, I've had this yarn. So this is again knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colorway Ballerina. I've had this yarn for 2 or 3 years already, and I have very clear plans for this. I've had the same clear plans from the beginning. I am going to make the Syli cardigan by Leeni Hoimela. So that's a cardigan pattern that I have been eyeing for a long time because I think it's such a cute and a stable piece in my wardrobe, because I have a lot of clothes that match with pink or light pink, and I really love the length of the cardigan, so it's a bit of a longer one, so to wear mostly with my dresses but also with jeans or basically everything, and it just looks so warm and cozy. So especially for the colder months, I think it will be a really nice addition. So those are my knitting project goals that I have for this year, or some of them. We shall see if I have the time or the energy or the inspiration to make any of these. I'm hoping that I would make at least 2 or 3 of these projects, but we shall see. And then moving on to the crochet projects. So for crochet projects, I don't have a separate make 9 or anything, or in general any specific plans, because I do crochet every now and then when I have the need for something crocheted. So last year I started making this one project. So after we moved to this new apartment or new home, I started making this kind of home object. So this is a crochet, a filet crochet table runner. I hope you can see. Oh yes, yes, you can see the flower pattern really well. So I designed this chart myself, but I was inspired by Rosery Apparel's filet crochet chart for the flowers. So I haven't made these. So these are from Rosery Apparel, but other than that, I counted the amount of stitches and everything. It took a while to figure it out because we have this really nice wooden entryway table that we think needs a table runner on it. So yeah, that's what I've been making, but I haven't touched this in a few months. I would say 2 months. I just had other projects to do, but yeah, I really would like to get back to this as soon as possible, because this is like 2/5 finished. And yeah, I would just like to get this on the table, and yeah, I think it looks really, really great and cute, and I think very cottagecore. But yeah, I love it and would like to finish it, but I just haven't had the time. But yeah, this is something that I will be finishing this year. And lastly, I have a few sewing projects that I really would like to make this year, and I have collected fabric from my stash for these projects. So yeah, let's get into them. As a first category, I would like to make more, I like to call them teacher dresses. So that is kind of a really broad category, but some dresses, a few dresses that would be comfortable and nice to wear at work. So first of all, like I mentioned in my top makes of last year, that I really like jersey dresses and I would like to make more. Luckily, I already have made one dress this year, one jersey dress. So I found the perfect fabric. I won't be showing that dress in this video, but I can tell you that it turned out really, really nice. It's one of my favorite dresses now, especially to wear in the winter. But I feel like I still need more or want to make more, and I have 2 fabrics from my stash that I would like to use to make some sort of a teacher appropriate dress. So the first one is this. This was a curtain. I think this is cotton, but yeah, this is this kind of a gingham or checked fabric that I found at a thrift store. And yeah, I immediately thought that this would make a really nice dress, especially for the autumn. I think the colors are really autumnal, and I almost had the time last year to make this, but then in the end I didn't. I already had this taken out on the table. I have the pattern ready. I actually have used the pattern already, but in the end I just didn't have the time to use this specific fabric. But I am going to make another Pansy dress from Rosery Apparel and using her Pinafore hack for the pattern. Last year for Christmas I made this green version of the Pansy Pinafore dress, and I really love it. I love the fit and basically everything about it. And I thought that this would make a really nice layering dress for the autumn. I could wear many kinds of shirts underneath, and I think the Pansy dress is a really nice and flowy one. So it has a lot of room and it's really comfortable to wear at work. This is a bit of a stiffer and heavier fabric than the green one, but I think this will still work really, really nicely. And then another thrifted fabric, or this is actually a bed sheet that I still need to take apart. But when I saw this, this is one of those kind of one-of-a-kind finds. I have never seen a print like this. And this is kind of, I think, color-wise and also with the print, kind of out of my normal comfort zone or my favorite types of colors or prints. But when I saw this, something just clicked. So I have this cutest blue and white animal print. So there are elephants, zebras, giraffes, some types of monkeys, and I don't know if there are even more different animals running around in here. But when I saw this, I immediately was like, okay, this is going to be the perfect teacher dress. Because I know that my students will love this. Because currently I teach quite small children as well. So I think this is something that will definitely get their attention. And I just love the fabric myself. So I know wearing this fabric as a dress will bring me so much joy. And I immediately had the idea of making the Syd Tie dress without the sleeves. Because I don't know, I just think that with the type of skirt that the dress has, there is enough room for this print to really show. And this is something that I'm hoping I have the time this spring to make. So I think when I have the time to make something that's not for my big projects, big plans, this is the first fabric that I'm going to grab, because I just love this. That's all I have to say. And I think, like the Pansy dress with the Pinafore hack, the Syd Tie dress is a really great one for layering and having different styles. Like you could wear a t-shirt or a long sleeve, a turtleneck or a button-up, like many types of shirts underneath. So I think that's really, really useful and versatile for my wardrobe. These are kind of the teacher dresses that I'm really hoping I have the time to make this year. Okay, so the next category of sewing projects that I really would like to make this year is pajamas or some sort of sleepwear, because I have many dresses, but I don't have that many pants or shirts to wear, and especially now in the winter I've noticed that our apartment is quite chilly which is fine, but I just need long sleeves, long pants to wear to bed to not to freeze. And I already have quite a few fabrics that I want to use for pajamas or sleepwear, and this is like a really big need. I already have made a few sleepwear items in the past year, but I still feel like I need more. I have here first this kind of a thicker jersey fabric that I found from Eurokangas remnant bins. Yeah, this is kind of a, I don't know how to describe this. I don't think I have the vocabulary or the knowledge to really describe many different kinds of fabrics, so that's something that I'm still learning. But yeah, I just fell in love with this very subtle, cute floral print, and it has some really cute shades of pink and green that I really love. And I cannot remember how much of this. I think maybe somewhere around 2 meters. So I definitely want to make a long sleeve shirt and maybe matching shorts out of this. I don't know. I will have to see how much fabric I actually have, and then to see what I want to make out of this. But yeah, would make a really cute sleepwear set. And then I have another thrifted bed sheet. I have a lot of them, but it's this cute pink and kind of purple and blue and green floral print once again, but these are quite big flowers. But yeah, I want to make a pajama set out of this, and since this is a bed sheet, there is somewhere around 4 meters of fabric, so that will be enough. And I really would have loved to make this set already for this winter, but I just didn't have the time. So this is also quite high on my to make list, just because I love the print. I love making my own sleepwear, to make something that I feel really cozy in. I just hope I have the time to make this. Then I also have this purple, I think it's cotton flannel fabric. I actually have 2 separate pieces. I found this also from the remnant bins of Eurokangas. And yeah, I really would like to make a pajama set as well, but I don't think I have enough fabric, because this is quite a narrow one. I think this was only 1 meter and 10 maybe width-wise, so it's not that wide, so I think it's not enough to make the top and the bottoms. So I think I will make some sort of pajama pants first, and then see how much fabric I have left, if I'm able to make some sort of a top to go with it, but we shall see. But I just love the fact that I have been able to find all these cute floral fabrics to make pajamas and all types of sleepwear out of. I think one of the best fabric finds of last year was this. This is pretty simple and nothing special, kind of blue and white gingham, but I have 5 meters of it. I found this from Kassakirppu and immediately had to buy this, because this was, I think this was only 25 euros, so basically 5 euros per meter, which is pretty cheap. So yeah, this is quite, I think I would say lightweight cotton fabric, and I immediately knew that I want to make lane pants from Syd Graham, because she has made a pair of blue and white gingham pants with the ruffles at the bottom, and those are so cute. And I think I will have, and I know I will have enough of fabric to make a matching top, and I really like the set she made for herself. So I'm thinking maybe making a similar one, or maybe making another kind of top, I don't know yet. And then I also want to make the Skyline dress out of this. And I think 5 meters is more than enough to make those 3 projects. So that's why I think this was one of my best fabric finds of last year. And yeah, I just really want to make these for the summer. I'm realizing that my list of projects that I really want to make is getting quite long, but we shall see. Like I said, I will have to see then what I have the most inspiration for when I have the time to make something. But yeah, this is something that I'm really excited about. Okay, next I have a specific pattern that I want to make, and I already have tested this pattern, so made kind of a wearable toile out of a bed sheet once again. I want to make the Patina blouse from Friday Pattern Co. And I have this very, very beautiful viscose that I found once again from the remnant bins of Eurokangas. And yeah, it's so beautiful with the colors, and it's really, really lightweight, lovely drape and everything. So I just immediately knew that I want to make some sort of a blouse out of this. So Patina it is, because I have tested the pattern and I really like the fits and everything about it basically. So yeah, this is kind of the spring version of the Patina blouse that I want to make. And then I have kind of the autumn version, because I found this, I'm pretty sure this is viscose as well, but I cannot know for certain. But I found this at a thrift store, so this is just plain fabric. And yeah, I really love the autumnal colors. I don't have that many darker shirts or blouses in my wardrobe, and yeah, I just noticed that during the autumn I really want to wear something dark, so I need more darker pieces. That's it. But yeah, I think this is such a beautiful fabric, and I have measured that I should have just enough to make another patina. Okay, so those were my plans and goals for this year regarding knitting and sewing and a bit of crochet. Like I said, I already have made a few or started on a few of these projects. I still wanted to share these with you, just to be able to then kind of look back on these ideas that I have now when this year comes to an end. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and hearing about my plans and goals, and hopefully you found some new inspiration or reason to make your own plans and goals for this year, because I just think it helps me kind of clear my vision for the year and kind of help me to prioritize the projects and things that I really, really want to make. It would mean a lot to me if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel to see my future ones as well. I hope I will be coming back soon-ish with a new video. I don't know yet what I'm making next, but you will see when the new video comes out then. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!